but I keep waking up. Know you see my text, baby, please say something.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Kate, Makeup by Kate, and this is the look that I did today. Very cool tone, silvery. I normally don't do silver, and I wanted to find a look that I could do that incorporates that. If you want to see how I created this look, keep watching. Alright, so I'm first gonna clip my hair back because, and isn't it crazy how much makeup can make your eye shape different? This is the Pat McGrath Lab Mothership palette. Ooh, it's really pretty. Lots of sparkly shades that pack a punch. I'm using this shade right here. It's like a browny, purpley. It's more a cooler shade. If y'all follow me, you know that for me, I personally love a cooler toned eye. I'm gonna take a little bit of concealer, prime my eyes a bit, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go ahead and dust that with just a tad bit of translucent setting powder, just a little bit, and I'm also gonna dust that in the brows. So I'm just gonna go right in with the powder and carve out this shape. So as you can see, this is going out right to the tail of my brow. I kind of kept it up higher on that top lash line instead of following my bottom lash line. And I'm gonna pull that up right where your crease is. Since my crease is smaller, I'm gonna go where this orbital bone is. You feel the bone, that's your natural crease line. It's so pretty to me to have that perfect crease line. I don't have it, so we're gonna draw it in. And instead of going straight, I'm kind of giving it that angle. When I get towards the inner corner, I'm gonna take a little pointed brush. This is Morphe M160. This is so good for liners. It's tiny, 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 and you can be really precise with it. I missed a step, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. This shade right here, it's like a matte transition. What's disappointing about this palette is the pans. They fall out. This palette is so expensive. I didn't buy it. I signed up for Influencer. They send me different makeup products, and this is one of them, which is really dope actually. But it falls out. I usually do the transition shade first. I forgot, so I'm gonna take a pointer. I'm also gonna take a blender in here with that same color right at that brow so that it comes down with that natural line of the nose. Making sure it's just a very blown out transition shade. Now back to what I was doing. See how thick it is out here? We're gonna do the same thing. Alright, now that we thickened that up, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a different brush. This is another Morphe brush. Taking it and like pulling the shadow out a bit. That's why it kind of helps to do one eye at a time. I like to do that because it honestly makes the process go quicker. You do one eye, see how you like it, and then do the other eye, and it just goes quicker because you know what products you use, you know what you like. It just goes faster, is what I've noticed. Now is where my concealer comes in. Sometimes concealers can be a little too liquidy and it's harder to work with in my opinion, so I personally like using creams. So I'm using this NYX. This is an eyeshadow base in shade Skin Tone. It's just so much easier to work with. I'm just gonna take a little brush and start brushing that on the lid. The top of the wing, we want it very blended out, and then under here, we're gonna keep it pretty sharp. I have been watching a lot of TikTok. I'm sure you guys have too in this quarantine life. a TikTok song pops in my head all of the time. Like, I've been singing I'm a Savage. I sing it like 95 times a day. Thanks, TikTok. Now is where the sparkle comes in. This stuff is so pretty. Again, in the Starship palette, I'm going to use this one right here. So it's more of a silvery color. Just gonna start placing that on. I'll take my finger, because obviously when we use fingers, the sparkle pops up so much better. And then I'll go in with just a pointier brush and bring that shadow as well up into the sharper line. See how pretty that shadow is? It's like not like too pigmented, it has just the perfect sheen. It's just so pretty. This is by Tarte, it's Tartist. It has a pencil, twistable pencil side, and it also has a liquid felt tip pen. I actually really love this product. I don't use the pen a lot, but it is another way to pack a punch and really get that sharp, bold eyeliner, which is great to have that option. But I use this side a lot. This is the pencil. It just has such a dark pigment. It's not black. I love using brown pencils. It's just my favorite. You can always darken it up with a black shadow. I just think it's better to go in with the brown, see what you're working with, and then go in darker if you want with the shadow. It's just my vibe. I don't do a lot of liquid liners. One, it's just so much harder in my opinion. Like, if you're an artist, you're probably good at it. I'm not. I guess I'm a makeup artist, but I'm not like a painter. Like, some makeup artists are like so good at like lines, and it's just so impressive to me when people can do that, but that's not me. Every time I use a liquid liner, I end up doing the build up, and then it's halfway up my eye. So I'm keeping this very close to my lash line and also doing tight lining, making sure there is no gaps, and then going over that with this dark shadow we've been using. Alright. Great. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some lashes on. I'm using these. This is Kiss 3. They're just a nice, thin, fluffy lash. You can see it's very just feathery, not too thick. I don't love a thick lash on me. And then I put a couple individuals out here to really lift it. If you had a strip lash that kind of had that lift, that's all you would need, but this is what I'm doing right now because you gotta work with what you got. It's quarantine. So I'm gonna take this different shade right here. It's just more of just a regular shimmer shade. And then just pop a little bit right here on the brow bone, right where that arch is. I am going to get you out of my face. So the face is just gonna be nothing crazy, nothing new, but just done and nice, and yeah. That's a really good description. You want me to do it again? Alright, so foundation, I'm gonna take this e.l.f. makeupcait. No clue how you say it, but I'm sure you see this a lot on Instagram. It pops up all the time. This is called Woke Up Like This. It's a foundation, flawless base foundation in shade 105. You take a test online, they match you with shades, and it actually was very impressive because the shade they gave me was pretty spot on. I haven't honestly used it too much, so we're gonna kind of play with it today and see what happens. This is my $1 billion brushes in the contour brush, but I use it for foundation. So I'm just gonna pack this on. It's really great because the undertone is perfect for me. I'm a more neutral shade, not really red, but also not very yellow. I'm kind of in between. See how perfect that is? Light to medium finish. It's definitely not full coverage, but it does cover really well. I also like the shape of this brush because I can really carve out right by that wing. You can also pick on on the site exactly what kind of finish you want. There's options to get matte, there's options to get full coverage, light finish. That's all in the quiz, which is actually really, really cool. And they did a great job. And then the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with my sponge. This is the cutest sponge, great sponge from e.l.f. $5. And just finish that off, just do another layer. That is really pretty. Moving on. I'm gonna go in with my bronzer right away and kind of push that into the skin. I'm using the Maybelline City Bronzer. I've been seeing this raved about a lot, so I had to try it. The only shade they had left was, what shade is this? 300, which I'm pretty sure is the darkest shade, but I figured in the summer it'd be fine. This is from e.l.f., the pointed powder brush. I love the shape of it. I'm gonna pack some on, get a little excess off, and just start pushing on the cheeks. Oh, this color's not too bad. When you have foundation and you don't put a powder on before your bronzer, you kind of just push. You don't want to disrupt the foundation underneath, keeping that on the higher points where you get sun. Making sure you're getting that up into the hairline, bringing some in here, down the neck to match the tan I have going on. Because it's been beautiful in California. It's been like 80 degrees, sunny. Oh, we have a rooftop on our building. We went up and just sat in the sun like all day. I read a book, felt like I was on the beach. It was amazing. I'm gonna use a concealer because I forgot. This is Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer in Cool Medium. I'm just gonna pop a little bit. I'm gonna take my sponge and just lightly blend that out. I didn't put powder under my eyes, at least. I would really be going crazy if that were the case. I'm also gonna take that concealer and carve out a little bit, just a tiny little chisel out here, just a tiny bit. And then go ahead and take my sponge and make sure that's nice and blended. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of setting powder. I'm taking the Airspun and I'm going to press that with my beauty blender just in the center. Alright, so blush, I'm gonna do a little bit of a cream blush. This is the Votivoo. So I'm just putting that all over this apple, bringing it up the cheekbones a bit. Not being afraid to bring it up on the nose. I want a lot of color on my cheeks, so don't be afraid to keep adding. I forgot my bottom lashes. And then also a nude pencil. Now we need a lip. We're almost there. One of my favorite combos right now. This is KKW Beauty in Lip Liner Nude 1. If you can tell, I have like a little bit of a white cast right above my lip, so I followed that line instead, bringing it up just a tad. I always kind of go over it with my fingers just to blur out those edges. Now, I'm going in with the Nude 2 lipstick, KKW Beauty, and just tapping that right in the center. I usually top it off with this Becca. This is Glow Gloss in shade Champagne Cream. It's so minty. Right in the center at this Cupid's bow. And that is my favorite lip combo, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go in with this Mothership palette and pick up that shade we put on our inner corner and place that right at the top of my cheekbone. Just a little bit right in here. Alright guys, so this is the final look. Very glowy in the face and just a nice, just fun eye. If you could subscribe, that'd be great. ring the bell so you get notified when I make videos and can go like it right away. Comment below, tell me what you think of this look or whatever you want to tell me. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.